there, this is Sherry Hayes with MomDelights.com, and today we're going to tackle this closet because we're doing Christmas school. I got some extra time. I'm going to do some projects. So stick with me. We're going to do a before and after and during. So here is the infamous hall closet. Yes. Many nice shelves, and there's still some stuff in here, right? And I already moved my toilet paper. I think that's going to be its new home. Oh, yes, the closet. Now, these shelves are great, but they're deep. Now, what this means is that when I put something in there, it gets, if it's in the back, it's dark, you see, dark. So you don't know what's back there, and if there's stuff that's taller here, trust me, things get kind of lost and forgotten. Do you have that problem? Now, it's okay for like sheets and pillowcases and that thing, because I fold them so that they kind of fit in. But like bottles of stuff, wait till you see what I came out and has to go back in. You won't believe it. So this is what came out of the closet. Yes, and this is what, and that's not all. There's some over here too. And all this must go in. Now I have been stockpiling a little bit. I don't know if you've been doing that because, you know, everybody says you're going to have supply chain issues, etc., etc. So it's like I have double of everything. I mean, I'm normally kind of a minimalist, but yeah. And besides that, we review things as a side hustle. And so I've got all these amazing supplements. And they're all open because we had to sample them because we do reviews. And, like, aren't they? I mean, these are expensive things. So I've got like 40 bottles of supplements that I have to somehow make sense of. So this is what we are starting with. I do not really know how I'm going to tackle this. I don't. I'm just praying. I'm saying, Holy Spirit, give me wisdom. So if I am obedient and I listen well, maybe we will see some amazing things happen. What do you say? What do you say? Okay. I'll be back. So now I've gone and separated everything in more or less in categories, and of course I was listening to music and dancing a little bit here and there because I love organizing. And I'll put the links of the music I was listening to in the description below. It's Jonathan Ogden and Rivers and Robots, and I really love their music. They're very scriptural and they love the Lord, and it's beautiful music. But anyway, I am going to have to get down to brass tacks and see what I can do about maybe I not only want to have an organization, but I want it to be nice looking, you know? I mean, I want it to kind of match. And I don't know if you noticed, but I have a lot of mismatched kind of bins, and I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, but we'll see. So my original plan included we get a lot of Amazon stuff, right? So we got all these cardboard boxes, and I was thinking, what if I could like take and make a whole bunch of like bins and things that all matched using contact paper. It's $1 a piece, right? And this is like one that I really like that I don't think is really too hokey or weird. You know, and some hot glue gun sticks and some packing tape. And I thought I'd just make some things that look like they belong together. We'll see how it turns out. So now I'm going to start tackling some things. This last weekend, I kind of binge watched on how to make, you know, cardboard things. I didn't really learn anything except you could make partitions and stick skewers in there to make them stronger. That made sense to me. That was a tip I liked. But I'm going to be using this toolkit. I think I'll be able to link it down below. It's like a mommy's toolkit. I think it's pretty reasonable. But it has like, you know, scissors that are utility scissors that'll do all your stuff. It's got a good measuring tape and a hammer and one of those neat screwdrivers, and it has the tiny screwdrivers. and it has like the little heads for your screwdriver. Has a good pair of pliers, and so it has the utility knife is what I'm really going to use probably. Anyway, it has a little bit of everything. So if you ever were thinking, you know, as a mommy, I might need a little toolkit, which is smart. This is a good one to get. And I've got this old, this is an old cutting board, and it's all messed up, you know, because kids put really hot pans on there. So, thank you. And I got my old hot glue gun, and it's really nasty and really awful. You see that? And so then, and I've got a metal ruler. We have lots of metal rulers because we have lots of artists, and so we're always doing stuff. And so here's this, but I'm just going to be at my kitchen table because I think I'll have a lot of room to work. And this isn't the biggest table we've ever had. We took 2 leaves out of this one, but we have it covered with plastic so that we can do whatever we want to and we won't wreck it, except we could melt it. But we try to, you know, not melt it. It's not recommended. Anyway, I'm going to go with this, and maybe you can watch me do some stuff. So it's not the most perfect little box in the world, but what I'm going for is things that match, so they look better to me. So I'm going to continue to do some little experiments and put everything all, you know, in different spaces, and we'll just see what we come up with. So now we're into day 2 of this project, and what I'm finding is I'm going to have to switch up, because I'd have to be like a factory to make up enough of these, you know, for this. And the Lord kind of gave me some cooler ideas. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be lining each shelf with this. And then I went to the Dollar Tree and I stocked up on black. I mean, that's not black, that's white. White and black bins. I mean, I wiped them out of all their stuff, black and white. And so then I'm going to just, you know, if you saw all the stuff that I have to put in here, you realize I have to have a lot of containers. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to use these nifty chalk labels. So that way I can repurpose them if I need to really easily. And I've got a chalk marker, and I'm just going to go to town, and let's see what happens. So you remember what we started out with? That we had an empty closet, and we had a big, huge mess. I didn't think to take film of when it was actually in the closet, but trust me, it was awful. Okay, so now I'm going to open it, and we're going to see what I did. Okay, so we went through a lot of transitions. At first, I thought I was going to keep everything white and then just make boxes out of this stuff. But then the Lord said, you know, He gives me these ideas, you know. And so what I did was I went ahead and I actually bought black and white. I went to a Dollar Tree and I kind of wiped them out in black and white. And look what happened. I just did the shelves in that stuff instead. Isn't that great? So right here, you remember I had all those supplements? So I have them in like little trays I can pull out and see what we have. Isn't that a neat idea? And down here, what I did was I took a white cardboard box. I mean, this is really on a budget, right? White cardboard box, and I cut it in squares, and I put the chalk dealies on there, and then I wrote in chalk. That way I can change them still, but it was just really neat looking to have the contrast of the white against the black, because if I was to try to just put these chalk stickers on here, they wouldn't have lasted. It would have been really bad. And I used some zip ties to put them on with. This right here is our pain relief one. Then we have one for urinary tract and tummy. We have one for, this one is cold and respiratory. And this one is natural herbal stuff and essential oils. You can see I kind of minimized everything so that it's not as much as it was. Okay, then down here I have towels, and this right here is first aid, and I kept the chalkboard marker, I kept the stickers on the white because it looked pretty cool. And they stick really well. They're really nice and adhesive. And I got these off of Amazon. And so this is my first aid right here. And actually, we have an old first aid kit, and it's so cool because it has compartments and everything, but it is also so awful and ugly. But I keep it because it's useful. Up here I have extra supplements. I have some survival type stuff. This is where I put my survival medicine book. I have some survival straws, and I'm going to be adding to that as we go along. Because in these days we just don't know if we can rely on things we've relied on, right? Okay. Up here I have the stuff that I'm storing, my stockpiling. So up here I have my stockpiling. That's like, you know, all the extra shavers and toothpaste and toothbrushes and underarm deodorant. I have it all up here. Along with some bed pads and some pull-ups for grandkids when they come over. And then down here I have, this is all hair products. These are lady snacks, you know what I'm talking about. And I have all kinds of hair products all back here. See, since this is really a deep shelf, then I have it too deep. So that's kind of how I'm using the stuff that we don't use as often is back here. The stuff that we use more often is more in the front. Does that make sense? Now let me move this camera down a little bit. So down here I've got and some cleaning products. Here's one cleaning product. In the back, I have stuff for fixing up shoes. We like to take care of our leather shoes, and so we have polishes and waxes, which is really smart. And if you're gonna buy shoes and you wanna, especially if you're passing down shoes to like other kids, if you buy leather shoes, you can fix them up and make them look like brand new before you pass them down. We learned that because we were in the Army when you had to take care of your boots and spit shine them. So ever since then, we just really found out that leather is a really nice thing. You can't always buy leather. You can't always afford it, but when you can, it's really smart to keep that up. So with my cleaning, I have one bin for the solutions and one for the wipes and scrubbies, like sponges, extra sponges, magic erasers, those kind of things. I have in here, here's a blind cleaner, some extra, here's a cloth that's really soft for like polishing things. I have a duster here that I stuck and a roll of paper toweling. That's when I'm doing bathrooms. I like to have all that stuff handy in one place instead of looking around all over for it. On the very bottom, these are pillowcases, and this is toilet paper. So, and down underneath there's some flushable wipes down there, and that's it. And then towels on this side, and then we're done. So I think this is kind of a fun project. I think it'll really be a blessing for us for a long time. See how the Holy Spirit helped me to get it all together? If nothing else, I hope this just kind of gave you maybe some impetus. If you like this format, tell me so that maybe I can make more of these kind of more practical doing stuff. I'm using a different camera now, so it's been kind of fun to learn it. I'm not very good at it, like the editing part and everything, but I'm getting more used to it. So let me know in the comments, and God bless you and you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.